conducted an attack again and targeted a group of Russian infantry. The Ukrainians also used M777 howitzers to target the incoming Russian waves. In the end, cluster munitions were used against the remaining Russian elements and ended the battle. A Russian BMD-2 with a group of infantry on top of it. The vehicle is linking up with a forward element already waiting for them in a field. A soldier jumps and falls. The soldiers are trying to draw the attention of the BMD crew to something as one of them begins to approach the vehicle. Another soldier jumps and falls as well. The men seem to be in a hurry and appear visibly nervous. One soldier tries to mount the BMD again, but it begins to move and he is the third to fall down that day. At least his comrade checked on him, which the other two cannot claim for themselves. The BMD pushes further up. Seems like the forward element encountered two Ukrainian positions ahead, perhaps even took fire from there, and is now relaying intel about the direction to the BMD crew. This would explain why they seem to be in a hurry, since they were actually standing on hot ground. It appears they decided to charge towards the positions, and the soldiers mount the BMD once again. Still in a hurry, however, the BMD begins to drive and leaves two soldiers behind who were not able to climb onto the vehicle in time. The rest of the soldiers gets dropped off closer to the Ukrainian positions, and for the fourth time a Russian soldier falls. Leaving the infantry behind, the BMD-2 charges head-on towards the Ukrainian positions. Suddenly, the vehicle gets struck by an anti-tank guided missile. Shortly after, a second anti-tank guided missile strikes. The direction the missiles were coming from nearly exactly matched the one given by the Russian soldier in the beginning of the clip. This basically means that the BMD crew ignored all the warnings and drove head-on into the crossfire. Without transport, the Russian soldiers are left on their own in the open. In the Donetsk region, Russian forces continued their offensive operations towards Avdiivka, and heavy fighting has been documented especially from the northern part of the town. According to data from the deep state map, 3 Russian motor rifle brigades and 1 rifle battalion are involved in the fighting with 3 main directions of assaults. Most of the engagements took place in these 3 areas here. Russian forces managed to occupy parts of this height after taking heavy losses. Drone footage from the Russian 114th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade shows the Russian flag waving on the height after Ukrainian forces were partially driven out of their positions and had to fall back. The Ukrainians on their side retaliated for the partial loss by hitting the flag with an FPV drone. It seems that, according to the deep state map, Russia by now has gained total control over the height as I was working on this update. As this video shows, M2 Bradleys from the 47th Mechanized Brigade were also sent into the battle to reinforce the north.